Hi everybody out there in District 65. I'm Mark Jarman. I'm running for the House of Representatives seat for District 65, and this is the Liberty Minute. I began to get interested in politics about 2-3 years ago. My wife Rosemary was elected as a county delegate, and I kind of tagged along with her to meetings and became interested in the process at that point. It was at that time that I met Representative Gibson, and I got to know him a little bit better, got to understand where he was coming from and some of the positions that he held. About 2 years ago, I became very interested in national politics, and especially from an economic angle. And I began to be very worried about where we were headed economically, what was happening to our liberties and our freedoms, especially as it related to my children. We began to be very concerned for their future. And so I determined that the reason why we're suffering from the problems that we have is because government is too large. As government grows, it reduces our individual liberties and our individual freedoms. And I thought, well, if that is the problem that we're experiencing, is too big government, then obviously the solution to the problem is to reduce the size of government. And so where do you go to find an answer to that question? How do we reduce government? We obviously go to our founding principles, we go to our founding documents, we go to the founding generation, because they coped with the same issue and they came up with those solutions. And so I became anxious to try and effect some change in that regard. And when I discovered that Representative Gibson was running unopposed, I decided that perhaps if nobody else was going to do it, then maybe I was the guy that had to do it. I believe in the idea, the concept, the thought that if not me, who, and if not now, when. And I literally waited until the very last minute to file. I walked into the county building a half an hour before the filing deadline and filed. So, that's why I decided to run.